have the ability to share this and replay with others on other channels. Happy evening tonight on Tuesday evening. I am excited tonight because I am going to show everyone a little bit behind the scenes of what we've been talking about over the last few weeks with Nspired eCademy and the two different courses that we're offering, one with the EXCELerator and one with the Activator. And because I've been getting a lot of questions, and so I thought the easiest way to address those is actually just come on here and show it to you and be able to do that. Now, I have got the strategist out there watching on live. I've got everything pulled up over here too, so I can try to catch any questions, but they're out there and they'll try to catch any questions everyone has. I'm going to be sharing screens, so I also have the activators communicating with me to let me know if what I'm saying you should be looking at is actually what you guys are looking at. There's a little bit of a time delay, so just kind of bear with me. What I'll, by the time you guys see it, it should be in real time, but my strategist may see it and hear it a little differently. So of course they're going to be communicating with me. So let me just tell you guys, we're so excited about what's going on. I've got to actually update our board. We have Excel members that are signing up, and we're actually seeing them start going through the modules, which is really exciting. The activators, we've got people joining for that, but they don't get access to their modules until Monday. So they're on hold a little bit because it's a little bit more to get them up and running. So let me just show you behind the scenes of what we're talking about, because I've had people ask me, what's the best program for me, and how's it all work, and what portion of it is online training, is it self-paced, what part does it come in where myself and the strategists come into play. And gosh, sometimes it's so hard to try to explain to everybody the way it all works and to show you how all the tools are going to work. And so what we're going to do is what I'm going to do is just kind of show this to everyone. And of course, this is going to be available on replay. And if you're watching it on replay, you know the drill here. Put hashtag replay so that we know that you've gone and watched this. So I'm going to share my screen and let you guys kind of see a little bit about what's going on. The biggest thing I want everyone to know is that there are two different programs that we're going to talk about, but they're all inside the eCademy, the Nspired eCademy. The first one is the EXCELerator, which of course matches our Excel level membership, and that membership, it's this course plus an online community, and of course there's access to live trainings with myself and the strategist team. So it's not just a sign up and you go through a course and that's it. The course is more, in both levels, are really more about foundational trainings, accountability, giving PDFs and access to different things, to the different tools. But there's still, my desire is to never just create a course out there without having some personal input into my client strategies. And so both are built to be supported by the Nspired team. So let me just put that out there. Just on a side note, many of you know, because I just knew that was fixing to happen, many of you know that our house is under construction and we have contractors still trying to finish up here. So there could be some barking going on. And so we're going to try to hopefully keep that minimized tonight. But look, this is real. I'm live. As soon as I get off with this, I'm cooking supper. So we're going to run through this so I can get and make sure and take care of Doug and Zach tonight for supper. So let's go ahead and share this. And I'm going to turn the comments on over here. So we've got Julia on, and of course it looks like we've got Abby on too, so they're ready to answer any questions that you might have behind the scenes. So first one we're going to share is, let's just take a look at the program itself. So on your screen, and this is where I'm going to have to make sure and read my stuff here. So I'm looking down at some different things here. But on the screen should be a picture of the Nspired Activator schedule. And I'm going to ask Julia here to communicate with me and make sure that that is what's on the schedule. And let her tell me that. And like I said, there is a little bit of a delay there. So we want to make sure that everyone can see this. And this is really what we call the full engagement program. Thank you, Julia, just let me know. So there is a slight delay, but the Activator program is our full engagement. This is at the elite level. And one of the things I wanted to tell everybody, because I was trying to explain the difference last night, that the EXCELerator is a monthly drip course, but the Activator, it's like, you know, you're on fire, you're ready to go. This is for someone who's ready to get a fully engaged strategic marketing plan in place. And so the way it works, and I just wanted to show it, or I'm gonna try to increase it a little bit, but there's 8 phases in the very beginning. Okay, so there's 8 phases in the very beginning. It works out to be about 10 to 11 weeks. We typically kind of look at the pace that the students are going on, the holidays, things like that, but it's built to be about a 10 to 11 full engagement upfront, you know, jumping in, you know, program. Okay, and so each phase is opened up on Mondays. Okay, so next Monday, our accelerators will get phase 1. And all of our, and this is the same way in the EXCELerator, all of our programs are broke down into wanting, willing, and able. And wanting is, what are the things that you want to accomplish at this phase in your strategy? And of course, it takes it all the way back from building, executing, and repeating it. So in the beginning, it's like, what are some of the things that you need to do to build it? And then what are you willing to do? So this is all about, you know, self-accountability. What are you willing to do to actually achieve the things that you want? And then ultimately, I'm going to play around with sizing a little bit. There's milestones that you'll be able to, you know, really, you know, address and say, have I accomplished this? And when you're able to say yes to those things, you know, you're ready to move on to the second phase. And in, as you can tell, we've kind of moved these, and in each phase, I've laid them out based on all the years I've been training referral marketing, over working with my clients. This is the phases I would take them through and have them build their referral marketing strategy. And so we've kind of divided that. In the beginning, it is a foundational learning. One, we have to learn about our clients. That's really about our ready to discover. We need to know about you, your business, your personality styles. We need to know because you're assigned to a strategist. And so our strategists hold their brainstorms on Monday. And so we're trying to match you up with the right strategist for your business, your personality style, and your schedule, because a big component to this program is the brainstorms. And the brainstorms are live meetings with the strategist and the team that they're taking through. And these are small groups. But they jump on, and we jump on. I have my own team. We jump on every single, you know, Monday with the team, and we talk about, you know, the progress. We talk about the roadblocks, the celebrations, how you're actually implementing and working through the forward focus action activities, the milestones, where, you know, where you're holding accountable. This past Monday, we had our alumni brainstorm, which is people who have gone through the phases and they've come back in. And we had two participants, 2 of our elite members on, and it was really funny because we had 2 of our strategists on too, and they belonged to each team. And both of these elite members were to connect with one another, and it was really kind of neat when I asked the question, you know, so where are we at on this? And both the strategists were like, well, remember you told me you were going to do this, and remember I gave you this exercise to go a little deeper. And it was really funny because you know, being the one that was facilitating the meeting, I didn't necessarily know the individual conversations, the accountability conversations that the strategists were holding their team member to. And so that was actually very interesting to see how that was happening. And but every single week we have that, and of course that means we get a personal up close look at your business and teach you how to apply this strategy to your business. And so that's a big piece of it. And then of course when you're ready to shift, it is about the a paradigm mind shift from sales mode to referral marketing, and it's about word choice change and who you're surrounding yourself with, and what your calendar looks like every single week or month. And so it's really about laying down the foundation in order to execute the strategy. And then of course we have ready to build. So we begin to help you identify your ideal client. Not sure if you guys can read all this, but we honed in on your ideal client. And I've done some pretty decent work over the last week, teaching you guys a little bit difference between what is a target market versus an ideal client base. We help you begin to identify your ideal referral generators, building industry collaborators, strategic alliances, and power partners list. And they're all three different and they work different, and you need to know how to use those to generate the referrals for your business. Once we have your strategy or your foundation built, then we have to get you to begin to execute it. And this is where you begin to invite and discern the different professionals who eventually will become your referral generators. And then how do you train them? And that's really where we begin to walk you through, and this is what the brainstorms are so awesome about, because you get to come back and you get to go, that didn't quite work the way I thought it would. And then we work through scenarios, or if your roadblock is even picking up the phone and inviting someone to sit down over coffee, and we talk about that and we role play with you. And it's really about helping you get past whatever roadblock it is that you're running up against it too. And then execute, we begin to keep going deeper and deeper in that strategy. Or if you're following my mountain, we're going higher and higher up that mountain on there, and you're getting closer and closer to that crest. The really neat thing is right in here, right in between the ready to invite and ready to execute, referrals can actually begin to start to generate right there. And that's a really neat feeling. In fact, sometimes we have to make sure our clients don't get so excited because they've gotten 1, 2 referrals that they forget that this is about creating an entire system to create an ongoing referrals. It's not just one and done. And then of course, in this process, let me shrink this up just a little bit, you move all the way to phase 8, which is how to maintain this as a system, something that you're used to being in. So again, as you can tell, there's a whole lot of material that's built into getting a true referral marketing strategy up in place. But that's what we're here for. That's what the whole program is all about. I'm going to switch real quick and just show you another share. And let's see, I'm going to close that one up and open up another share real quick. And this is just a quick glance at the calendar. So again, if you're at the elite level, this is your schedule for getting through that Activator program that we're talking about. It starts on Monday. There's an opening ceremony where we invite all the new members for the term into a Zoom call. We get to know each other. And thank you, Julia. And so it allows us, and we open up phase 1. So we're real excited. Some of you saw today we do the 10 tips on Tuesdays at 10 o'clock. That's in the schedule through Facebook Live. We have jam sessions. So for the elite members, every week on Wednesdays at 10 o'clock, we have a jam session, and it's all the strategists and all the elite members, alumni included, are on that jam session. And we are sharing tips, and we're bringing people into the hot seat, and we're talking about their business and where it's at. We're talking about their brag, their big, radical, audacious goal. And it's just that. To me, you talk about a hump day. That's what this jam session is all about. It's a lot of high energy, and it's designed to keep you pumped up about your business. And so that's out there. Now, Excel members, you get this too. You just get it once a month. In fact, tomorrow morning, we have all the Excel and the Elite members, the alumni, on our jam session. But as you can tell, it is a fully engaged program. And we go ahead and give you a calendar view of October, November, and December. So you can begin to block off some of that time into your calendar. But a lot of it, a lot of the training's online, so you can do that around the time you need to. But then some of the brainstorms and things like that, if you want to attend live, you're going to want to plug those in. All of those are recorded though, and you'll have access to watch them. So if you missed one, it's fine. You can go back and watch for that week and make sure that you stay up. And so of course, that's just a glance at the October, November, December calendar for our Activator members, our Elite members. Okay, so I'm going to stop the share on this real quick. And I'm actually going to take you guys where you are looking. And I'm just making sure if anyone has any questions, I'm trying to keep a look over here on questions. And I'm just really going to rely on my strategist team to try to answer most of your questions and let me know if there's any out there. Let me share this real quick. So this is how it all comes together. And let's see if I can get this up real quick. I think I'm going to do this right. I feel like I am. There we go. See, I'm going to, so this is our eCademy, and this is kind of behind the scene a little bit. Once you're in, and I'm going to try to get this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. I try to get a lot of things on my screen sometimes. And so this is the eCademy. So once you're in the Academy, whether you're an Excel member or an Elite member, you have access to get in. And of course, as we publish new courses, then you'll have access to see those, and whether or not, or just get announcements that they're available. Inside your dashboard, and so I've already clicked into the dashboard. I'm up here as if I'm a student. And on here, now of course, mine's going to show everything, so yours would just show what you're enrolled into. But this one here is a look at the Activator again, and you're actually going to see the EXCELerator course also on here. But you can see here's the phases. It matches everything that I just showed you over on the board. So with the Activator, and I'm going to click into the July because October is actually not released yet. Remember, I told you guys it opens up on Monday, but I'm going to go ahead and open up, just show you one. So like this one here is, we'll just say it's phase 4, and oops, and you can see that when you're in here in phase 4, so there's video trainings where you can see me talk about the different trainings. You see over here in different ones, see wanting, willing. We talk about, we've got PDFs, we've got videos broke down into 8-minute videos, 9-minute videos. So you can just move through this as you need to. And of course, we're tracking you guys going through the courses so that we know when you're hitting a roadblock and what's going on. And a lot of the stuff is built for you to work on it and then submit it to us so that we can actually see it. So your strategist is actually looking at what you're filling out so that we can help you. We don't want to get you all the way to the end of the week and look at your stuff and be like, well, you should have been working on this, or you could have, what about this thought? We actually look at the assignments as they get turned in, and so it's something that we're, like I said, we're fully engaged into this program with you. And then, of course, you know, there's surveys, things about milestones, where are you at, what are your roadblocks you still feel you have. And each of the phases are built, and of course they begin to change as the action activities change, the material changes, what you have to do. So in the beginning, it's a lot more, oh, we laugh, it's a lot more video work, training work, but towards the end, you're supposed to be out there executing your strategy. So it's more about coming back in and telling us what happened. So, you know, that's why we've laid it out the way that we have. But as you can tell, this is the way, you know, the way that it looks going through the program. And let's see real quick. I'm going to try to go back, make sure I'm on here doing this right. Also, let me just go right here. I'm going to go just show our Excel members, because I know sometimes you guys feel this is all new information for our Excel members. We just opened up this EXCELerator this week. So our Excel members just got access to this course right here. And these are our modules. For whatever reason, this thing puts it on backwards. I don't care how many times I reorder it. But you can see there are 12 modules for the EXCELerator, because there's one for every month. And module 1, and the way the EXCELerator works, which is a little different than the Activator. The Activator opens up on the same day, you know, every Monday a new module pops in. So every elite member is on the same module at the same time, because we're working through this together. The EXCELerator's modules open up based on your enrollment. So when you enroll, you'll go through module 1, and then 30 days later, you'll do module 2. And the activities that we're putting in there, it's obviously it's a slower drip than what you're getting over on the Activator. You're not getting all the material that's on the Activator. There's you know, there is a difference between the programs. But what we do try to do is have you engage throughout the month with the community to work on your strategy, and the material's just a little different. It's meant to be something that you're working on over a month versus something that you're jumping in and fully engaged in, like the Activator program. Both will get you, you know, both will get you to the top of the mountain, you know, to build a referral marketing strategy. You guys know I talk about the snowball effect. But it's just a different approach to it, a different time management, and a different budget. Okay, so the EXCELerator program is a monthly subscription, where the Activator program is an annual subscription. And of course, you know, the material and the information and the engagement reflects that price difference. So just to let you guys know that. For my activators, this is something new. This came from our beta launch, ways that we wanted to communicate. Once you're assigned to a team, you will see that you will have a module that is just led by your team, team strategist. And so you could end up on David's team, Abby's team, Julia's team, and they have a chat board within their team. This is something we added. We were using Facebook Messenger last time, and this allows us to have a chat board. It allows us to post special notes, a way for you to communicate with your strategist if you need to. So this is just a great way to do that. And of course, it allows you to connect with everyone else on your team. And we do that. You can see we have a news and resource. So we have one for the EXCELerators and also for the Activators. So this is a behind the scene, or a more protected communication vehicle between our members. So there's a communication chat tool in here, a community chat tool. There's also very specific links to different courses, activities, meetings, Zoom meetings, and all of those resources are built into the news and resources, again, depending on the level that you have. So as you can tell, your dashboard, depending on what you're in, could look different than mine. Here's another feature that again, I was talking about, the online community. Yes, we have Facebook. Yes, we have Nspired Connect, and we have Nspired Nation, but there are just sometimes some material that we want to share with our members and communicate, or stay with a thread of a conversation without it all being on Facebook. And we all know what it's like to get notifications left and right. Inside of this, it allows us to have a community where we can communicate with each other, share things with each other, and have it somewhat protected within the eCademy. And so there is an elite connections community, and that's for the members going through phase 1 through 7. Then you become an alumni, which is phase 8 until the rest of the year that you're enrolled at the elite level. And this is where you're communicating with all the alumni that are going through. We have an Excel level community. And then, of course, for some of you know, I have a mastermind group. There is a strategic power partner community. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to have this group of people going, well, when do we have access to this? There is a clarity retreat community that you can see. This is being built, and it's for those who are alumni of the clarity retreat, because you know, they're wanting to stay connected with one another, and we're wanting to keep us accountable towards all of our brags. So we're building a community for that. So that's just a look behind the scene with eCademy. This is something that will continue to grow. This is where our interviews of our thought leaders are going to be when we're doing the Inspired Thoughts. So this is a tool that we are bringing to our members, because we truly feel that the more that we can train, the more that we can engage. You know, and that's our, you know, that's one of our things that we're doing here with Inspired. So I'm gonna stop this share real quick. I think I've showed y'all everything. Oh no, there's one more tool. Gosh, this is such a cool tool. So I went ahead and prepped this so that it would be out there working. So remember I told you in the news and resources, there's some special links. Well, at the Excel level, this link will look a little different than at the elite member, because the elite members, you have more videos. But the Excel members, you get this also. But this is inside of our news and resources module. And so down in the module, there's something called the Inspired Elite Video Library. And I talked about this a little bit. I think it was this morning or yesterday. I don't know. All these are starting to run together now. And when you pull it up, it pulls up this cool tool that we have invested in for our members, and it brings up a video library, and you can go in. Let's see if I probably need to go and go back one more on this one. Let's see, I don't want to miss anything. Here we go. So it brings it up right here, and you can type in a keyword. In this case, I did referral generators, and then magically it brings up every time I have said the word referral generators in any of my trainings, whether it's on Facebook Live, in any of, you know, in any of my video work. And you will be able to click in, and just because I have a lot of videos out there, you want to give it just a little bit of time, you know, for it to kind of, what I say, kind of generate behind the scene a little bit. And I am going to lower this just a tad just so you can see it. But what you can do is it tells you a little bit. You can see the date of when it, you know, when the video was. It talks about, you can read a little bit of the text, maybe when I was bringing that up. And so then you can click on it, okay? And let's just see if this, make sure this pulls it up. And it brings it up right there within that moment.
Is it someone who's potential referral
It
generator
talks
for
about,
another,
you can
you know,
read
for
a
a
little
client
bit
of
of
mine?
text. So you can see where it comes up, and I'm talking about it. And I have to say, it's kind of hard for me to watch some of these, because some days I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm looking a little crazy here when I'm training in that moment, in that time. But you can see it's really, you know, what type of referral generator are you standing in front of? So let's just see what I had to say here. And again, if you're pulling this up and it's a little slower, then just give it a few minutes. It's gotta populate. I think I have another one playing. So as you guys can hear, I have another one playing somewhere. So I'm trying to keep the thing. But you can see, you can go out there and plug in this terminology and find every time I said always get a yes. Every time I said level 3 referral, level 2 referral. When I've talked about strategy sessions and informational strategy sessions, this is an amazing, amazing tool. When I saw it, I just had to share that with you guys. And so I'm going to stop this real quick and come back on screen. And so anyhow, I wanted to come on here and show you guys this neat tool. Let me see real quick over here in the comments before. It was like we had Laura Leach on tonight, and Maria Kelly and Michael Greer. So thank you guys for joining us here tonight. Again, I feel like there's just a little bit of a delay on here, but I'm trying to see. If you like what you've seen here tonight, and this is something that, you know, you'd like to go look at a little bit more, you can go out to the website. I probably need to share that real quick. So let me just see. I'm gonna just go out one more time so everybody can see what that looks like. And we'll go back just one more. Inspired at Night Home. And of course, here I am trying to demo it. So let me see if I can do this eCademy. There we go. It will come up, and you'll see that right now the only thing you have an option to look at is the October Activator course and the EXCELerator. If you click into this, it will actually show you, you know, the different, what this bundle includes, which is all of the phases we talked about, and you know, they all go down, and it talks about the different ways you can do that. If you wanted to see, let me get out here one more. If you wanted to see the EXCELerator, then you can see everything that you know that comes with the EXCELerator program. I'm actually going to go check that in just a minute, because you should be able to see exactly what you get with the Activator program. So I'm sure it's on me where I've got it all clicked in here. I'll have to go change that so you can see everything. But you can see the bundles. I mean, that's really the biggest thing, is the courses there. But I'm going to go make sure it goes to that first page also, just so that you can see all the other tools. And we talked about that last night. So if you want to catch that, you can go back and look at that, or the night before. You know, we've got several videos showing you everything else you get at this program. Let's see real quick. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go back in here just to kind of show you. Obviously, this is the Excel, so you get the EXCELerator. The Elite, you get the Activator. The video library, which we just talked about. Inspired Nation, which is the Facebook group where all the members, what we call, this is just a community Facebook group, even though it's private. Inspired Thoughts, this is where we'll be interviewing thought leaders, and I've been lining those up. I'm so excited to be able to announce pretty soon who some of our first thought leaders are going to be. And these are going to be some private Zoom meetings or webinars where we're working with a thought leader, some connections of people I've had from over the years globally, that we're going to be bringing in their expertise for our members to be able to see that. The eCademy, of course, beyond the EXCELerator, we're always going to be putting in different courses out there. Inspired Connect is the private, I saw it's the private Facebook group for Elite and Excel members only. And the Inspired Jam Sessions, which I told you guys about. Inspired Spotlight, that's where we spotlight our Excel and Elite members, and it's recorded and broadcasted out on the different Inspired channels. we have our paperback book that you guys get a copy of, and then starting in November, the Inspired Eye Network. And so there's a lot of information on that, and I'll cover that. I covered it a little bit this morning on the TTT, so you can go back and watch the replay on that. But okay, as far as going to get off on this thing at 7 o'clock tonight, so I can get out there and cook supper. So if you are intrigued with that at all, I'm going to put the link out there again of how you can go out to that site, look at it a little bit more, and make an informed decision. The EXCELerator program is always open. So you can click on that and start that tonight if you wanted to. You can start it 2 weeks from now if you want to. Like I said, it's a monthly membership. The elite level, okay, that is open this week, okay? So if you're going to make a decision on that, you need to make it now. And I did give you 2 options and ways you can pay. You can pay it up front, or you can pay it in 3 payments. And but you want to go ahead and engage in that so that you're ready to go on October the 14th. That option actually closes this Friday, and it closes before the football game. So I'm just letting you know, at 5 o'clock on Friday, I am turning that off, and we'll be moving forward with those who have registered for the October 14th term. And so you want to make sure you're one of these yellow ones out here. And so these are the blues are our new Excel members, and the yellows are our new elite members. And so you want to be on that board, and so that we ultimately can be a part of your success story. And so a shout out to my Inspired strategy team. They are under the weather, and they've got kids under the weather. So I appreciate them jumping on here tonight and trying to watch everything behind the scene as we're got. I think I could have 10 monitors up and still not have everything where we need to see it all. It's a crazy ride going on here at Nspired. But thank you for jumping on here tonight. I value your time. Make sure you go back and if you watch this on replay, let us know. And if you have any questions at all, or how this would work for you, that's what we're here for. Post those questions, reach out to us, myself or the strategist. We would love to talk to you about it because we would like to be a part of your success story. Well, guys, I am right here, and I'm actually going to be off just a few minutes early before 7 o'clock tonight. So remember to go out and inspire others.